Hello and welcome. I'm Angela from Stampin' Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be creating this card, which is for the Bee Inspired blog hop today. I'm using the sentiment from the textured floral stamp set. I'm using a die from the coordinating dies, and this beautiful image here is from the Nature's Sweetness DSP, and I've fussy cut it, so I'll walk you through everything. So to start with, I've got a Pebbled Path card base, and I've chosen that because that's one of the colours in the designer series paper. So I'll just fold that in half and burnish along the edge. And then next I've just got a layer of gold foil, and then this paper here, which is also from the designer series paper. So I'm just going to adhere that onto here. So there's just a little border, just enough to give it a little bit of extra glimmer. Just give a few moments for that to dry. And I've got this image here, which is from the paper, and I've cut it out, and I've got another one to cut out, so I thought I'd leave that to do with you. If you don't like fussy cutting, you could, if you had the stamp set, you could stamp it and die cut it, or you could use any other image that you liked. It doesn't have to be this one. Sometimes I don't always buy, I don't buy every stamp set, so when they've got beautiful images like this, I just tend to cut them out myself. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I've talked about other ways to get the image cut out. If you don't like fussy cutting, you could just find a die that you know, an oval or something rectangle that would fit the image, so you don't have to. But certainly if you use a stamp set and coordinating dies, or a stamp set with a punch, that would alleviate that problem. This isn't too hard, I don't think, to fussy cut. But if you absolutely hate fussy cutting, then it would seem like it takes forever. And I always leave a little bit of a border, just gives you a little bit of room to, if you do have a wee problem, then you've got a wee bit of a leeway with that border. And I don't worry about making it too even. Because I don't think anyone will notice. Well, hopefully not. So, nearly done. Just such pretty images, and I love all the splodges of gold too in the background. Just around the last one now. And we have that lovely image. So that should be dry now. I'm not going to move, so I'll pop that onto the card front. And I'll just get some dimensionals so that pop that up. To get a good coverage, not to get too carried away, but enough that it doesn't sag. Backs off, and then just line that up, get that nice and straight, hopefully. And then the next thing I want to do is I've got these die cuts, so I've already gone ahead. I'll just move all this out of the way. I've already gone ahead and cut 3 of them out, so I've just got 1 left to do. And you can see I'm trying to be quite economical with that, so not much will go to waste. So just tuck that one in here, through. Just go backwards as well, just to make sure I get a really good cut with that. So I've got 4 of those. So now it's a matter of popping it on here. So I've popped these up with dimensionals. So I'll just get some of those on. I don't get too many on. I don't like things looking like they've been stuck down, you know, so much. I just like them to have a little bit of sort of that they almost move. Just going to cut some of these up just so I can get some smaller pieces just to go on some of those areas. Should be okay. Take the backs off these. I'm sure that takes the longest thing to do, taking all the backs off. So this one here, going to tuck that so it's up into that corner and sort of coming through on an angle. Those backs off, and by leaving the sort of the dimensionals in the middle, it does give you room to tuck things under. And then that, I'm going to pop that up there, and what I'm going to do is just pop a bit of glue on some scrap. And then I'm going to tuck these in. So I just want to work out where. So it's going to go there. I'll just pull a bit off. Try that again. About there. So just dab a little bit of glue on the bottom of that. Tuck that in. And I've got a couple up over here. I've just ripped off the bottom that I don't need. I'll just tuck those in there. And need a little bit more glue. You could pop these on before you stuck things down. So this one is just those 2 there, and that's just sort of tucked in there. You can I always find a way to make it work. And actually, because I didn't press it down too much, it will lift up quite easily. So I can just lift those. That's going to go in. Oopsie, that's going to go in there. So I'll just put a bit of glue on there. Tuck that in. And pop that back over, and there, I've got all those pieces under. And the next thing I want to do is I'm going to do the bow. So I've got some of this beautiful gold trim. So if you're not fussed on tying bows, what you can do, and because it's going to be well hidden, you can just pop, we're going to use probably a few glue dots, but pop the tail coming out here, and then just bring that around so you've got your loop. I want it to go that way actually. And then just bring that back onto the glue dot. There's still a little bit sticking out there, and then I'm going to pop another glue dot down to the side of that and loop that around there, and hopefully it's about the same or similar sort of size. And then this tail, just tuck that underneath, and then you can just, if you need to, just have a wee play around, get it into the shape you want. Sometimes it's just a little bit easier than trying to tie a bow. You know, another thing I do sometimes is just get a bit of tear and tape that exactly where you want, and then just put a bit of tear and tape over the top, and so you've got it looking how you want. And then you won't see any of that after you've popped the sentiment on. So next I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and I have already cut a piece of cardstock to the right size. Because it's photopolymer, it's easy to see where I'm going to stamp that. I've got a little bit of gold to go underneath. I'll just use my embossing buddy on that, and Versamark ink. And this is great, it's got really straight across the top, so it is easy to line up. Keep that nice and centered. Gold powder in here. Actually, some tweezers I think will be a good idea for this. Just that I might have slipped, had a bit of a slide when I did that, so I'm going to do that again and use the other side this time. I'll try that again because I wasn't happy with that. And I pulled that off, it did. That's better. It sort of felt like it slid. So hopefully this time. Much better. Sometimes, you know, if you've got a little bit of a hair on the stamp or something, it picks up all those little things. And we have a very fluffy cat. Right, so it's much better. So I'll just heat set this, so it won't be a moment. Much better. I love the fonts. If you you'll know that I love mixing fonts up. I love how Stampin' Up does that. So I'm just going to adhere that just with some glue. So once again, just a nice wee border. And then I want to pop that over there, and because it's not too thick actually, which is good, because sometimes it can get quite thick when you've got a ribbon tied up in the middle. I think with that it's not so much of a lump as if I'd tied it with and done a knot in the middle. So I just want to get that nice and straight there. And then lastly, I want to add some of these gorgeous gold sequins. So I've done a few on here. I just wanted to really add as much sparkle as I could. And pop another little one down there. And that is my card. So not too complicated, but does give a bit of a wow with all that gold and with that paper, which does all the celebrating for you. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great week and see you again soon. Bye for now.